We're live. Hey guys, we're going to get going in about 2 minutes. So if you have questions, Sam will be able to read them and you can ask them to me too. This is our Homebrewing for Dummies class at Holsopple Brewing. If you're in Louisville, if you have not been to Holsopple, one of the best hidden gems in the city. Not so much a hidden gem anymore. People are finding out about it, which makes me both happy and sad. But we're going to get this going. I'm going to go get Sam a beer and then we're going to get started.
And now what do I do?
What's that?
Now what?
Just kind of pan around the room.
Just film these people? Okay. Let's go like this. This is awkward. Yeah.
Showing the TV. Judge Judy.
Yeah, we're watching Judge Judy. Oh, what a cute puppy.
Alright guys, it's about 5 o'clock. We're going to get a little bit afterwards. So we'll kind of just get the ball rolling here. My name's John. This is Sam. We're the owners and operators of Brewgrass Home. Just a hop, skip, and a jump down the Waterston over on Preston Street near the University of Louisville. Basically what we'll kind of do here today is try to, in about 15 minutes, I can talk all day about this, so I'll try to be concise. But certainly feel free to come up afterwards. We can talk in more detail about anything and everything, beer. Just by show of hands, anybody ever brewed their own beer before? I think you guys, okay, cool. So, it's not too complicated of a process, but for everybody else who has never brewed before, kind of the goal of this event here was to kind of take the mental intimidation factor away completely. The first time I remember back 15 years ago when we were brewing our first batch of beer in college, you're thinking, okay, you need to cool the water at exactly this temperature. I need to throw in the top now. Oh no, it got too hot. Did I mess it up? The answer to all those questions is, I guess in the words of kind of my homebrew hero, Charlie Papazian, relax, don't worry, have a homebrew. It's all going to turn out just fine. A lot of people ask, well, how am I supposed to have a homebrew if I've never made beer before? So that's kind of what tonight is for. We're going to take all the headache away. You're going to end up with a really, really nice product in about 2 weeks that is truly your own kind of personal brew. Anybody who has brewed before, even Sam can probably attest. What you do up front is almost like it's definitely not the top most important thing in making good beer. Making a really, really good beer, I think it's almost impossible for a brewer to do. Good beer is made by happy yeast. So what we're really going to focus on today is kind of take home this 5 gallons of beautifully produced wort to your closet or to your cellar or wherever you're going to kind of let it set for 2 weeks to do its thing and have it come out super, super, super good as the yeast chew up on all the sugar that's inside this bucket and turn it over into beer. It's a process called fermentation. So just kind of just jump back and start at the beginning. We'll kind of talk about what beer is. There's really 4 fundamental ingredients, and then just in a very, very fast fashion, we'll show you how it all is put together. Exact same way that we've done it back here in the brew house is the exact same way you do it at home, just instead of what do you guys have back there, Sam? 5-barrel, 7-barrel?
5-barrel.
5-barrel system, which is a tank about yay big. We're doing it in a 5-gallon bucket, which is about yay big. So much, much easier to kind of put on the stove top and stick in the bottle when it's not in use. Did everybody get one of our handouts? Did I skip anybody here? I think I got an issue in front. I'll give you a gallon or something. So beer is just made out of 4 things. Beer is a mixture of grains, usually, most commonly, a grain called barley. It's just a cereal grain. It grows just like wheat or oats or rye, which are all often also used in beer making. But barley is the kind of exclusive, it's almost synonymous with beer in my opinion. backbone of the beer. That's where the sugars are going to come from, then eventually that yeast will turn into alcohol. It's also where that, malty flavor, that kind of graininess of a Pilsner style beer, or that even dark roasted coffee, chocolate kind of character that you get out of like a porter or a stout, those come from toasted barley grains. So they harvest it out of the field, they dry it out. Usually you'll hear it called barley malt. Malting just basically means that they've taken the barley grains, allowed them to sprout a little bit, and then kind of dried them out and roast them. So you can roast them very light. You'll hear a Pilsner styles of beer that's super, super light, like Budweiser or whatever. Those are made with Pilsner styles of grain, about as light as you can get. On the other hand, if you're making porters or stouts, you're saying those dark roasted grains, they keep them in the ovens longer and longer and longer. In the middle, a lot of those sugars that were developed when the grains were malting start to caramelize. If you're drinking red ales, or I think some folks are having some Oktoberfest around here, those kind of mid-range, just kind of think about it like coffee. Light roast, medium roast. Medium roast barley is sweet, toffee, molasses, caramel kind of flavors. If you keep them in the oven, they start to get even darker. Then you start to get browning of the malt. To get things like brown malt that you see used in brown ales. To get things like chocolate malt, which you'll see a lot in porters and stouts, all the way down to black malt is basically works from the flames. It's about as dark as you can get it before it turns into a little thing of charcoal. So that's kind of, any recipe that you want to do is just going to be combining different barley in kind of different proportions to get the final product that you're looking for. For the beer that we've made here today, it's on the lighter side, although there are a touch of those kind of caramel malts that'll have this nice golden color. This is their IPA, I'd say our pale ale, and just a shade darker than that, but definitely in the same ballpark. But that's probably getting a little bit too complex. The second ingredient, and probably these days one of the most kind of talked about and popular ingredients, is hops. And hops are used for a few things in the brewing process. Predominantly, or I guess traditionally, they're used to kind of provide some bitterness to beer. English styles of beer, you'll hear them called English bitters. Those are ones that feature hops a little bit more heavily. Any beer that you're going to have has some hops in it, more or less, to kind of counterbalance all the sweetness that you're getting out of these barley grains. Here lately, if you are a hophead, if you like beers like IPAs, those really kind of bring forward the second, I would say almost tied with first of bitterness these days, the second property of hops, which is their aromatic properties. They can provide bitterness if you boil them for the whole time that you're brewing. If you just throw them in at the end of the boil, you're really just going to get those bright, citrusy or floral or simply very tiny kind of aromas and flavors that are coming out. So that's another thing they do. Another cool thing about hops is that they're kind of a natural preservative. They grow on these green little pine cones that kind of spring off at the end of summer. If you peel them back, the good stuff you're getting in your beer is kind of the pollen of the plant. It's called lupulin. It's a very acidic compound. So when that hits the kind of hot barley tea that you're making during the brewing process, those acids get kind of extracted, become part of the beer, and it almost is a little bit of a built-in protection against bacteria or wild yeast or things that can basically take this beer we're making and turn it into something more like vinegar, if you're lucky. That's kind of what hops do. The magic ingredient, and probably my favorite ingredient, is the yeast. And yeast are just a teeny tiny little animal. There's probably about 3 billion cells of yeast inside of this little package. All they want to do is get into an environment with some sugar. They want to eat that sugar, and just through their natural metabolism, they're going to turn it into, for lack of more kind of gross way of thinking about it, they're going to turn it into alcohol and carbon dioxide and more yeast as well. But that process of yeast eating sugar and converting it over into alcohol and CO2 is called fermentation. So if you hear about a fermented beer or whatever, that's what that means. Or even, you'll hear fermented anything and everything these days. Here is straight from the tank. Really, really nice Holsopple yeast. Yeah, that smells good, guys. Very bready. We can pass it around if you want to sniff it. You can taste it too if you want. You just might get a little bubble get going on.
Yeah, I don't recommend drinking it.
They say it's a really good hangover cure. So if the last thing you drink at the end of the night is just a big shot of orange juice, you're probably still going to barf, but it's not going to be because of the alcohol. As many different types of barley as there are that we kind of talked about, there's just as many varieties of hops that all have their unique properties. And there's really, honestly, just as many varieties of yeast that all kind of do their own thing. In this one, we're kind of keeping it very simple and straightforward. What's your else house strain, Samuel? Chico? Yeah. Basically just a very clean American ale yeast, kind of designed to let other flavors kind of shine. If you go over, if you guys are, I don't know if anybody's a fan of Belgian beers or saisons or even those wheat beers like banana and clovey flavors, like a Hefeweizen or something that you're saying you enjoy. Those banana and clovey flavors are actually just all other byproducts of those yeast instead of alcohol and carbon dioxide. They produce a few other chemicals or molecules that kind of provide those really fun, fruity or peppery or grassy or the sour or the crazy other flavors. So yeast are cool. Make your yeast happy. You're going to end up happy because you're going to have very tasty beer. So that's a pretty broad overview. Now we'll basically just kind of briefly talk about how all those elements are combined to produce the worst. And that's a word I'll keep saying, kind of keep defining as we go. Worst is just unfermented beer. So it's basically this coffee, barley, tea, this yeast food kind of making. Once the yeast goes in and starts kind of converting that, then you can call it beer. But what we're actually going to be making is referred to as wort, which is just kind of a cool word. Incidentally, we're live streaming this on our YouTube page, which is called Boy Meets Wort. So if you guys want to remember anything, it'll be up on our YouTube. So check that out. So yeah, this PowerPoint presentation is also up on our website. If you go to brewgrasshomebrew.com and click on this little burn button, which is one of the first thing you'll see on the page, it'll take you over here, and if you scroll down to the bottom, this PowerPoint is there. So again, you don't have to remember a thing. Most of these numbers and stuff can be recorded on that sheet if you have to. But yeah, we break it down really into 10 simple steps to brew beer. Heat up some water, steep some grains, bring the resulting barley to a boil. In a homebrew scale, this beer that we made back here, I think we ended up using about 200 pounds of grain, 250 pounds of grain. In that whole big batch,
340.
even better, yeah. 340 pounds of grain, it's a lot. If you're doing it at home, you don't want to have to, deal with a huge quantity of grain. You're probably using about 12 pounds to make the beer that we prepared back there on a 5-gallon scale. But instead of having to deal with that much grain, you're really just on a home scale having to deal with about this much in a little grain stock, so you can steep it. All the rest of the sugar, all the rest of the yeast food comes in the form of a malt extract, which is really just a concentrated syrup that you can stir in. We also have a powder version that I actually think is a little easier to work with. Pour it, dissolve it into that pot. You boil the mixture, you can just concoct it or steep or whatever for 1 hour. Then you put it in your sand, you run cold water around it, cool it down to about room temperature, and then you pitch your yeast, which just means dump your yeast into your bucket. Now I'll just take a quick look so you can kind of see what all those steps look like here. Recommended equipment checklist, we don't really need to go through all that. That resource is there if you want to see it. So step 1, heat up your water. Step 1, heat up your water. We just use this kettle right here usually, fill it up with about 3 gallons. It'll take a little bit of time. This time lapse makes it look like it happens instantaneously. But 20, 30 minutes to heat it up to about 155 degrees. Take your grains, put them in that little grain bag there, and basically just submerge it down, just the same as about to do here. And just let it kind of swim. 20, 30 minutes, that heat is going to pull out all the sugars, all the flavors. It's going to start to smell really good in your kitchen. Then you're going to bring it up to a boil. It's going to take a little bit more time on your stove top, but not too long. Keep a close eye on it while it is getting close to a boil, because it will start cooking off some awesome foamy stuff that can boil over. If it looks like it's gonna, you can just lower your heat. It's pretty easy. You kind of keep an eye on that. Dump in your extract, just like we talked about. Just stir it in until it dissolves. That gets your sugar content right. And then again, wait for it to come to a full boil. Boil it for 1 hour, and then during that hour, kind of according to whatever recipe you're doing, on that sheet that we handed out, on the bottom right-hand corner of the front page, you'll see that there's different amounts of hops. listed with times next to them or numbers next to them. That's kind of your recipe for what you're going to be doing during the hour. It tells you what hop and what quantity to throw in at what point to kind of get the bitterness versus the aromatic properties that you're looking to get out of them. This Brewgrass Pale Ale, the Holsopple collab that we've made back there, has a really nice, it's an English hop, East Cape Golding, to provide a little bit of bitterness to balance the sweetness, and then just some Cascade and some Citra for a really nice kind of grapefruity, earthy, floral kind of aroma on the beer.
I did have to substitute some of those hops. So it's Columbus on the boil,
Also delicious.
Azaka on the two middle hop additions, and then we did use Citra at the end.
This is what we're going to really focus on talking about today. Is kind of basically what you do with that resulting brew, or that resulting wort, to take it home and get it to turn into a really good beer. I'll talk more about sanitation in a second, but basically our goal is to give you guys 5 gallons of delicious wort that you can take home, add yeast to, and let that yeast eat up all that sugar. Kind of like in the beginning, we said there's yeast, brewer's yeast inside this little package here. All they want to do is eat sugar. As many yeast as there are, 3 billion inside of there, there are just as many wild yeast and wild bacteria all over me, all over you guys. But notice the germaphobe. It's true. All over, especially this place, because we are in a brewery. All over everything. The goal is to keep kind of the wild stuff that's going to produce vinegar or weird flavors out, and just let our kind of domesticated, very well cultured brewer's yeast, where we know what the flavors are going to taste like at the end, get in there, and have access to all that sugar, keep everything else out. Kind of the process of doing that is called sanitation, and that really just means we use the product. I think they're using a product called SaniClean back there. We have a product that we recommend highly, either SaniClean or Star San. It's just basically an acidic solution that will wipe out any wild yeast or wild bacteria. It's totally food safe, so that then your wort goes into the bucket. You can take it home. Everything is kind of in a, I like to think of them as little safe rooms. So we kind of, or a little clean room is maybe a better way to think of it. We've created these little clean rooms for you to take home, combine, and that will let the magic happen. The yeast will be the only thing that has access to that. We'll talk more about sanitizing when we talk about how to put the final beer into bottles, because that's when you guys will be in charge of it instead of us having taken care of it at the beginning for you. Chill your wort, blah, blah, blah. Cool it down. We've already taken care of that too. But after you're done with that boil, just put it in your sink and let some cold water run around it. If it's the middle of summer, you might buy a big bag of ice. There's certainly tools you can invest in that kind of help make that easier too. Then transfer it over into your fermenter. So what you'll do with that pot of cooled wort is take it, pour it into a sanitized bucket, which really just means you mix up a solution of sanitizer. This is the stuff that we use in the shop. 1 ounce of this goes into 5 gallons of liquid. So I'll usually just put 5 gallons of warm water in my fermenting bucket, stir it around for a minute or two, with 1 ounce of that mixed in, stick a lid down in there. Anything that beer is going to touch after it's kind of come off the boil, while it's boiling, it's as sterile as anything can be. It's kind of once you kill that heat that you're going to want to make sure anything that goes near that beer gets a good soak in your sanitizing solution first. If that makes kind of, I just kind of think about it like putting on my seatbelt when I get in the car. If you just make a habit out of it, once that heat source goes off, have some sanitizer mixed up in a bucket, get your hands down in there. Anything that's going to go through that, stick it in there first. Sanitation is the easiest thing in the world if you just kind of get in the habit of it. And then you're going to pitch your yeast. So this kind of is where you guys come in. We've taken care of everything that we kind of talked about so far. Up to when it kind of goes from being wort into beer, which is when you kind of add yeast in there. So, as we also said earlier, yeah, happy beer, happy brewers, made by happy yeast. So your only task is to kind of create an environment at home where these yeast are going to be as happy as possible. And that really only means one thing, primarily, a few other things we'll talk about too. But you're going to want to find somewhere in your home that is relatively close to 68 degrees. Honestly though, anywhere from, I would say, between maybe 62 and maybe 76, 100% fine. What you really want to find is somewhere that is temperature stable. Somewhere where like, so let's use a bad example to kind of illustrate. The worst place in the world to apply fermenting beer be just setting it right by a glass window or something. During the night, it's going to get really cold in here, especially this time of the year. In the afternoon, the sun's going to be streaming through these windows. This room is going to warm up 20 to 30 degrees warmer than it was at night. That's what you don't want. You kind of just want to chug along. You don't want to change what they're doing. They just want to have a predictable environment. So once you get degrees, exterior walls, maybe just kind of close to the thermostat in your house. You have a basement cellar, it's a great place to do it. Just because the ground, kind of provides you good temperature heat sinks. Back in college, we just used to do it in our bathroom. Just kind of interior bathroom, so we stick it inside the shower. It was really happy in there. Definitely, you don't have to be super anal about it. The more attention you pay to having a stable environment, the better the final product is going to be, because the yeast are just going to be. You'll take this home, you'll dump this little pinch of yeast into it, and then I'll say probably, if you're pitching something like this in there, it's going to be all lactime, and these dehydrated cells are going to wake up. They're kind of in hibernation mode right now. They're going to start being like, whoa, sugar, and then they're going to start doing all that stuff. It usually takes 24 to 48 hours. The yeast that we were pulling for you back there just came out. It's already ramped up. It's already eating. It's really ready to go. So if you take it home and pitch it tonight, I bet by tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon, there's going to be seeing signs of fermentation. All you need to do is take it home, stick it in that kind of temperature stable spot wherever you think is the best place. If you have questions on the spot, feel free to give me a call. I think our number's at the top of the sheet there too. We try to provide what we call a crew kind of helpline. So any questions along the way, just send me a text or shoot us a message or call us. Store number reads right to my cell phone, so we're here for you anytime. If I'm sleeping, I won't answer, but I guess we're going to be late. You'll open up your bucket, you'll take your little thing of yeast. If you want it to mix up a teeny little bit of sanitizer, you shouldn't really need to worry about that yet, because these are all pre-sanitized. So all you'll need to do is open the bucket, unscrew the little lid off the yeast thing we have out there, dump it, shut it. You're going to be totally good. And that's really all you'll have to do tonight. You come back tomorrow and we'll see this thing. I think we have it. So you'll see a little air locker out stuck in the top of the bucket there. They also call this in bubbles. You'll see it bubbling away. And that little tool there serves a few different functions. We set up an air lock. Basically, it's still like a sanitizer function. It'll let the gas that's being produced inside of the beer while it is fermenting escape. And the sanitizing layer lets the gas bubble through and protects the inside of the beer from all the outside stuff that we're trying to get. That'll probably be bubbling away, say, by this time tomorrow. Pretty heavily. It'll probably continue to bubble for. Since that yeast is so healthy, I bet it's done in 3 to 5 days. But we still recommend probably just letting it sit for 2 weeks. That'll make sure that yeast has a chance to eat everything up. And then it'll also give the yeast a chance, once it's done eating, to kind of settle down to the bottom of the bucket so that you'll have a nice clear beer that you can then transfer over into your bottling bucket. So you're just on whatever you're ready to kind of talk about now. So that's kind of everything that we'll have to do now. What we're going to talk about next is what we need to do for about 2 weeks. And, at some point, there's a voucher on everything that you guys got. At some point in the next week or so, just come on in and see us in the shop, and we can talk individually if you have questions or whatever. But then just so you don't have to fill through the hard stuff, we'll give you all the other little bottling nutrients and 2 bottles to be ready if you need. Any questions at that point?
So that's where it's probably because no,
14 is kind of my rule of thumb. 2 weeks is going to be really good to go through most beers. If you are doing a high alcohol beer, if you're doing something that's like 7, 8, 9%, those beers, sometimes it'll take a little bit longer to ferment out. But also, if you've ever had like a bottle of wine that was really young, they call it a really tasting. High alcohol beers kind of have the same need in terms of aging. So if you are doing a higher grams of beer, which makes it be higher alcohol, that 21 days is going to be a little bit better just because it gives it some time to kind of mellow out, lets us get to know each other, and lets that alcohol. Yeah, but 14 days for pretty much, I'd say 80% of the stuff you do is going to be right on. Any other questions kind of up to if you do have questions, certainly just come on up and talk to us afterwards.
So what happens if you let it go 20 acres?
Beer weighs for you. These are really very, very general guidelines. Okay, so in 2 weeks, you come in, seen us, you've got your other kind of equipment, which will consist of a bucket with a spigot on it, which will consist of a bottle capper, which we'll talk about in a second, which will consist of some sanitizer, so that you can sanitize all your equipment before you need to use it. And which will also consist of enough bottles to hold your 5 gallons of beer, and what they call a wrapping pane, or this one actually is called an auto siphon, which basically just lets you kind of talk about more in a second. It lets you pump the clear beer away from all that yeast that we've given 2 weeks to kind of settle down at the bottom. So it lets us get all the good clear stuff away from all the gunk that we don't want. I mean, you guys saw that little, we don't want your beer looking like that yeast sample that we had where we're in it. So that's kind of what this thing helps you avoid. But the first thing we'll really talk about, and the really most important part, is sanitizer.
Well, he does. He
So one of the things that you'll pick up from us will be a bucket that has a little hole in the bottom. We have, I think I'll put all out there. We have these little like screw-in spigots that go in here. They basically just give you an off and on switch. This is where the beer is going to be going after the 2 weeks, sitting in the bucket. It's just like this, it just doesn't have a hole in it. So we have back there. So before we try to gently and carefully take the clear beer and get it into this bucket, we're going to want to kind of create, we're kind of giving you clean room A, clean room B. We want to turn this into clean room C. And, we're taking care of all that back for you here. When you're at home, you'll have a little product that looks, we actually have a powder version that's even a little simpler to work with. Getting started. It'll have directions on it, and it'll take 1 tablespoon of that powder per gallon of water. I usually just go ahead and fill the full 5 gallons. Just if you're going to pick one thing to be anal about in the homebrewing process, just pick sanitation. If you're anal about just making sure everything gets a good friendship going with that sanitizing solution before your beer goes into it, you're going to have almost no problems going forward. So, I'll kind of fill this up with some water, put 5 tablespoons of my powder in there, and then just spin it for a couple minutes, stirring this around really well. Number 1, just to dissolve all that powder and create a sanitizing solution. And then number 2, just to get this in contact, bring it up onto the bucket. I'll just leave it in here for a second. Any other tools that you're going to be using, just go ahead and grab them. Anything that's going to come out of that beer, just stick it down in this sanitizer. This is our bottle filling one. I'll talk more about it in a second. This thing is a little pump, so to sanitize this, you can pump, sanitizer through it. I'll let it sit like this for a couple minutes, and then come around and just flip it upside down. On the top end, so down in here. We'll talk about how to sanitize your bottles and your bottle caps in a second, but really you should throw everything you can into that sanitizer solution in that second.
Is this a no-rinse solution?
Yes, that's one of the really nice. Back when I started doing it, we had to use bleach as sanitizer. I'm sure you can get these products, but we couldn't get them unless you could in the UK, so we had to kind of create it. These new ones are great because they're all food grade, no rinse sanitizers. Yeah, it makes it really, really, really easy. So in the meantime, while this is kind of sitting with some sanitizer in it, we're going to prepare. Basically, we're going to kind of come up with a solution to get our beers carbonated. The beer's been sitting in that bucket for 2 weeks. It's 100% done. It's totally ready to go. The only problem is it's in a big 5-gallon bucket. It is room temperature and it's totally flat. So what we're kind of trying to do on this bottle today is to get it out of the big bucket as carefully as we can, so we don't turn it into some sludge. Get it over into our newly created clean room, and then introduce a teeny bit more sugar into this after we rack it off the dregs in the old bucket. Transfer it into bottles, get that little bit of sugar mixed in, and then immediately, almost immediately, stick a bottle cap on there that's going to create an airtight seal. So the yeast are going to kind of realize, hey, there's a little bit more sugar to eat. They're going to eat up that last little bit, a teeny bit more alcohol, but what we're really after at this stage is that they're going to create more yeast sparks. They're going to create the same gas that we've seen bubbling up and out of that airlock the past 2 weeks. And this time it's going to be trapped inside of the bottle. As it builds up a little bit of pressure, we're mixing a very specific amount of sugar, so we know how much food they're going to have, we know how many parts they're going to produce, and we know that we're going to get the right amount of pressure inside of this bottle to carbonate it, but not to, do all the horror stories about bottle bombs and stuff. Very, very easy to avoid. So that's kind of the goal. That's kind of what we're doing big picture on this bottle. So while I have that off to the side soaking, I'll do a sack of supplies to give you guys for bottling, and I'll find this little thing called priming sugar. The way to get really good carbonation is kind of small. It's very, very good rule of thumb. 1 ounce of sugar into every gallon of beer that you're trying to carbonate. So these are pre-measured 5 ounces for the 5 gallons of beer that you'll have. And instead of trying to mix this in and stir it, or trying to put it in bottles, what we actually really like to do is take just about 2 cups or so of water out of your tap, pour this little half of sugar into it in a little saucepan or something. Bring it to a boil on your stove and stir around for a minute or 2 until it dissolves. Let it boil for just a couple of minutes. You'll really incorporate everything very well. And then bring it over to your sink. And then run some cool water around for just a couple of minutes. You don't have to pull that all the way. Just kind of bring it back up the boil a little bit. And then pour that kind of, I think like you're making like a little simple syrup. Pour that into the beer after we transfer it down into the bucket, before you pour in the bucket first. Then we're going to blend that together. We're going out of our fermenter in that bucket. It's going to get really, really well mixed. That way when it goes to the bottle, you know it has the exact same amount of sugar for every 12 hours of beer that you're having. That kind of makes sense. So that's basically just water doing this.
And also, I don't like when you fluff.
So while that's sanitizing, let's go ahead and, mix up my little simple syrup. And then I say, run some cold water around it. While that's cooling down, grab my bottling bucket. Give it one more good little rinse here. Sorry. You'll need something to kind of hold this sanitizer because we are going to keep using it. This is 5 gallons to the brim, so I'm not going to necessarily fill it all the way up, but it'll allow me to keep the rest I need. Kind of put this down on the ground. You can use a little spigot to just transfer it, or honestly just pour it over. Just roll your so it has kind of place anything else. And now we have a clean room seat ready to go. We'll do it over here. So my beer's been down in my basement. It's been sitting at about 68 degrees for about 2 weeks. I'm ready to go. I've got all my stuff ready to go. I'm ready to put in bottles. as gently as I can. I'll kind of bring it up from the basement or bring it out from the closet. Take it to somewhere where you can basically raise it up to about counter height. Kitchen counter, table, you know, whatever. Somewhere you can raise it up at least about 3 feet off the ground. Go ahead and set it up there. No matter how careful you are going to disturb that yeast cake on the bottom, which is kind of what we're trying to avoid. So I'll usually try to do that a couple hours before I plan to actually transfer it. Or maybe even the night before, if you know you're going to bottle. Just go ahead and break that thing up, set it on your kitchen counter or wherever you're going to be doing the work, and that way anything you do disturb has a good chance to settle back down so that you have a really nice little solid cake at the bottom. It's super, super easy to avoid. I've got my sanitized bottling bucket sitting down here. Crate's located with my auto site. And all this thing is basically a long hooked up, or a long kind of plastic straw hooked up to a decent tubing. And I don't know if you guys remember, like, you know, the old, like, siphoning gas out of a Cadillac, or something. This kind of works like that. We stick one end of it into our tank, create suction on the other end, and if you can get the liquid in the line lower than the reservoir that you're pulling from, gravity will start to pull on this end, create suction back up here, and it'll just be a really easy, gentle way to transfer, you know, liquids from a high place to a low place. The nice thing about this is that you don't have to suck on it. You just keep this thing sanitized, and this is just a little valve down at the bottom. So just drawing it up and down like that creates that suction to let you get transfer started. So tail end will go down into my sanitized bucket. This end will come down into my beer, and I'll just kind of keep it a little bit off the bottom. We use this for our display. It's actually a little bit shorter than the one that we'll give you. And then all you have to do is just give it a couple quick pumps. The liquid will start transferring down. And then you just kind of got to zen out for a little bit. It'll probably take 3 or 4 or 5 minutes just to let all that stuff kind of flow down there. So just kind of hang out. When you are getting kind of close to the bottom, you have a little judgment call to make. You can either sacrifice a little bit of beer that's left behind, and have a very, very good, you know, avoid any sediment or anything coming through that could form a little film in the bottom of your bottles. If it does, it's not a big deal. Just maybe decant it off into a glass instead of drinking it right out of the bottle or something like that. At some point, though, you'll start to see just kind of murky yeast coming up into your thing. Whenever you see that, or whenever you decide to call it quits before that happens, all you have to do is stop it. Just lift that out. The rest of this will flow down into your bucket, and you'll be good to go there. Take this back in the sanitizer. We're going to grab our bottling wand. And basically, now we're just going to discard this, rinse it out with some good hot water. It'll be ready to go for next time. Bottling bucket comes up high. I'll go back and grab my little thing of primary sugar solution that we prepared a minute ago. I'll pour it in on top. And then this little thing is nice, just because it does have slots in it, it makes it really easy to mix things well. Make sure this is nice and sanitized. And then I'll just spend a couple of minutes just really, really, really thoroughly stirring this stuff around. It's tempting to just be like, you know, really mix it, but you don't want to kind of slosh the stuff around at this point. You want to avoid, we call it oxidation, but you want to avoid splashing as much as you can. So just kind of gently, for a good couple minutes, just for maybe 2 minutes, just mix this stuff high, mix it low, and that's just making sure it's really, really well incorporated inside. So that's done. Now we will retrieve our tubing, and we'll use this little tool called the bottle filling wand. Put them together. And again, all this thing is just a plastic straw, just like we did before. Put it back out to our single tubing. What's cool about this thing is that it has this little trigger on the edge. And that's basically going to be our off and on switch to allow beer to kind of flow through the system and down into our bottles. This bucket that we'll give you has a little valve on it, so you can control the flow that way, but it's very drippy, very messy. this thing is a lifesaver. So all you have to do, leave this thing closed, take your tube, stick it on the bottom of that spigot, and then you can open it up, and nothing will happen until you depress this little trigger on the end. You can kind of think about it like while this spring is engaged, and while it's pushing down on this little black tailpiece, it's kind of like you have your thumb over the end of the straw. When you compress it, that creates a little flow, so it's kind of like taking your thumb off. And instead of using your finger to do that, what we'll actually be doing is using the bottom of the beer bottle to be on. When it gets all the way full, just let it go and it shuts itself off. And basically just creates a really, really nice, non-drippy way to fill all these things up. So after I've mixed in my sanitizer, or my piping solution rather, sorry, I'll grab my bucket with my sanitizer in it. I'll have all my bottles sitting over here, and then I'll just kind of start an assembly line process. If you have a buddy who can help you with it, it makes it a little bit easier. But that's filled with sanitizer. Maybe I can fit 8 bottles in there at a time. So just let them fill up with that sanitizer. 2, 4, 6, 8. Give them a minute or two so. I'll also grab all the bottle caps that you'll pick up for your bottling day. Drop them down in there so they have some time to soak. And then maybe just 8 at a time. Take them, drain the sanitizer out. It's a no rinse, full grain sanitizer. Back and rinsing. Just kind of line them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more bottles go back in here so they have a good chance to soak while we're filling these up. And we'll actually beat down the ground, but I'll do that here so you can see. All you'll have to do then is take your bottling bucket, hook up your bottling one, stick it down inside the bottle, and nothing will happen until you give that last little push to compress that spring. Let it go all the way to the very, very, very tip top where it's almost about to start overflowing. And what's kind of also cool about this little bottle filling wand is that if you let each bottle get filled up to the very top, when you pull this tube out, that liquid is going to seep back down the exact same amount. And they designed this thing well to leave, they call it like an inch and a quarter of ideal headspace to let the beer get carbonated. So this is a cool little tool. Fill it all the way up, lift it out, the perfect amount of beer, and the exact same amount of beer. Every bottle is filled. Just got bottle caps, but one at a time. And then the last tool and the last step is just to take this bottle capper or bottle crimper, and you'll see that the flanges on this thing are out. We're just going to kind of get it to creep down around the rim of this bottle, and there's a little airtight gasket on the other side here, which will create a nice airtight seal against the inside of that. So put that on here. A lot of people want to try to just push down really hard to make sure it sets. You really don't have to. This thing will take care of all that. I just try to get on the very outside so you're getting as much leverage as you can. And that's all there is to it. So that's on there. It's got a nice tight grab. It's going to let that pressure build up and reduce carbonation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll pull these off to the side. I'll pull 8 fresh bottles out of my sanitizer. 8 more bottles into my sanitizer. And then I'll just lather and rinse and repeat. Fill, cap, 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 until I run out of beer in my bottling bucket. And that's pretty much it. At that point, the work is done. There's really only one thing left to do, which is, in my opinion, probably the hardest part, and that's to wait about 1 more week for the beers to carbonate, where they can wake up and realize they have access to a little bit more sugar, chow down on it, build up pressure inside that bottle, so that when you come back and open it, you get that nice pour in the glass. Get it cold. Listen, one more thing to say. While it is carbonating up, you want it to get cold before you drink it, but you want to keep it about room temperature during that week while it's working. Just keep those yeast again. The less that you change the environment of the yeast, the happier they're going to be. So wherever your bucket is sitting, stick the bottles right back in the same place. It'll just kind of be their thing. Then the night before you want to try them, after maybe 7 days, throw a 6-pack in the fridge. Yeah, hopefully you'll get that really nice finish when you do it. I like to drink homebrews out of a glass. Even if you're super, super careful, you could end up with a little bit of sediment or a little bit of yeast in each bottle. A lot of the times that natural carbonation process will also produce a little layer of sediment. So, pour out into a glass a little bit carefully, but you should have pretty darn clear, crystal clear beer. And that's about it. There's really no rush to drink. Again, you often hear it said that the best beer you have, that's any batch you make, will be the last one that you drink. Because it does tend to age very, very well. So this beer is a hoppy pale ale. It'll taste pretty good, like 3 weeks. It'll taste really good, like 4 or 5 weeks. And then it should keep just fine. There's really no shelf life. Although I do think it's best to drink it in probably under 4 or 5 months or something. That's when it's going to really, really taste the best. But that is the long and short of it. I talked a little longer than I intended, but I hope that it's good information and it makes it seem a little bit less mysterious. I think kind of what we'll do at this point is just start a little assembly line back there. I believe Sam's either getting some buckets filled up or can fill them up pretty quick here. If you guys want to hang out and have a few beers, ask those questions, and talk to us. If you are a hophead or if you want to try, we have some various hops over here. If you want to ramp it up and almost be more like an IPA, that's a very, very simple little tweak we can talk you through. So we'll be kind of stationed over here. Other than that, thank you guys very, very much. This is really, really fun, and like, can't thank you enough for coming out and hanging out. We're here. Come talk to us one-on-one. Come see us at some point in the next 2 weeks. We'll get you all the stuff that you need to do everything we talked about this part. And hopefully that's a pretty good beer for you pretty soon. If you want a second opinion, which your beer's done, we're also happy to provide that in the shop. So if you want to bring one in, we're happy to take the talk. But thank you guys very, very, very much. Really appreciate it. Cheers.
The same amount that we filled growler. We still get it at your point.
In a growler, it's different. I believe all beer bottles have about the same, like even the big bombers are the same size neck. A growler would be a little bit different, and we don't recommend carbonated growlers. Although people do it just fine all the time, but we've seen pictures, and a buddy of mine actually was trying to do it one time, and I guess a little too much sugar in there. Slightly more carbonate on these. They're tough enough to hold it. To a pretty strong, like, it takes a lot of pressure to get one of these busts. The growlers are quite strong. They're kind of designed to hold all the carbonate here. So people have definitely done it.
So for that,
Say it again.
this,
So this is what they call like a flip top easy cap bottle. So this will hold a lot of pressure. And the neck is a similar size to that. Like when I think of a growler, I think like a jug.
so the one, basically the same process.
Any other questions you guys ask, or if you want to ask one-on-one?
All right, well, I think that the live stream is going to sign off, but thanks you all for watching. Yeah, thank you. Bye.